Hello, and welcome back to Random Vids. I told you we'd be doing this 2 days together, so as you can see, this is my top 10 favorite, or as it's called, best minigames from Mario Party 4. You're all ready to see Book Squirm again, I know you all are, so, I mean, there's not much I have to say. So, I hope you all enjoy this video, and we will get started at number 10, which would go to... So as you guys can see, here at number 10 is Mr. Blizzards Brigade. It's too bad this one didn't come back in Mario Party the Top 100, or even the newest Mario Party Superstars. This minigame is unique, I would say. I don't know, there's just something about it that I really like. And if you remember yesterday where I put Avalanche on... Oh, looks like the minigames done already. I put Avalanche on the top 10 worst minigames, but I put Mr. Blizzard's Brigade on the top 10 best. I just think it's such a fun and unique minigame. I don't know, every time I go back to Mario Party 4 just to play the minigames, this is one that I always end up playing. I don't know why. It's a fun minigame, and I guess it's top 10 for me. And of course, you can't forget that the music is awesome as well. So, yeah. Not much I have to add. Now we can move on to number 9, which is... As you can see here at number 9... Oh my gosh, I'm messing up so badly. Anyway, number 9 is good old Trace Race. This one actually not only has come back in Mario Party the Top 100, but it's also coming back in Mario Party Superstars as well, which is awesome. This minigame, I've grown to like it at first because I got top 100 before I got Mario Party 4. So this minigame just was okay, but the more I play it, the more I enjoy it. Only 84%. I played this yesterday and I got like 91%. Okay, anyway, sorry to get off topic. I don't know what it is about this minigame. It's just so fun trying to draw a line perfectly. Yes, it's definitely on the harder side, and that's the main reason why my little brother hates this minigame, which I can totally see why people could hate this minigame, but for the most part, I think there's a decent amount of people who actually like this minigame. And yes, I know, there's a minigame here that I still haven't unlocked yet. It's just... I hate the Mario Parties that don't give you the minigame when it's scrolling through the roulette, because it's much easier that way. Instead, you have to wait forever until it actually hits the question mark. So anyway, I would say Trace Race is definitely a very good minigame. It's a lot of fun. It came back in Top 100. I'm happy it's coming back in Superstars. The music is silly and funny. I like it as well. And it's a really good battle minigame. Now Now we'll move on to number 8, which is... So as you guys can see, here at number 8 is good old Order Up. Order Up, I don't know, it's such a fun minigame where you have to find... I like any minigame with food in it. Dash and Dine and Sizzling Steaks from Super Mario Party are some of my favorite minigames. Whoops, I spoiled the surprise. That doesn't mean it's on top 10 though, I just said they were good. So Order Up, of course, is a good minigame. And of course, you can't forget, this minigame came back in Mario Party the Top 100. And it's not coming back in Superstars, sadly, but at least it came back in Mario Party the Top 100. I just find it really satisfying trying to find the different foods that Toad wants. And yeah, if you see me here, I'm just moving around trying to find the different foods. What I normally do is I count like the top... I try to find the top... I look at, like, for example, burger, corn dog, fries. Burger, corn dog, fries. And I keep that in my head until Toad says it. Burger, nope. He wants 2 soups, so I know it's not those 3. So I just try. It's a fun minigame. It's very engaging. And it's very long. It can get long. Like, of course, it's long now. The music ain't the best, but it's not terrible either. Order Up is a good minigame. It's definitely top 10 for me. And there's not much I have to add. Good minigame, and it makes top 10 for me. So number 7 would go to... So as you can see, here at number 7 is good old Money Belts. As I mentioned in the top 10 worst minigames, I am not the biggest fan of Mario Party 4's 1v3 minigames. However, I think they did a good job with this minigame, Money Belts. If I remember correctly, I think this was one of the minigames I unlocked when I was playing the Mario Party 4 gameplay with Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Daisy. I think this is one of the minigames that I unlocked, which is crazy. But, heck, it's a good minigame. They did a really good job. It's a really balanced 1v3 minigame, and yes, even though it's a coin minigame, it's still a fun minigame. It's probably my favorite 1v3 minigame. That one, and I guess my second favorite would probably be Blame It on the Crane, which I guess is an honorable mention. Maybe Goal as well. Goal's a good minigame as well, and maybe Hop or Pop. All the other ones are not, but this one is probably my favorite, and thank God it's coming back in Mario Party Superstars as well. That one and Goal are coming back. Money Belts wasn't in top 100, but at least Money Belts is coming back in Superstars, so I'm excited for that. So now I guess we'll move on to number 6, which is... So as you guys can see, here at number 6 is good old Reverse-A-Bomb. What a classic. This minigame was not only in Mario Party the Top 100, but it's also coming back in Mario Party Superstars as well. You all notice a pattern here. All the good minigames are coming back, for the most part. We've had Mario Stupid Speedwagons come back in Top 100, but that's besides the point. Reverse-A-Bomb came back in Top 100, and it's coming back in Superstars, so wow. There's just something satisfying about pushing a button to make the bombs go a different way. I don't know. It's a fun minigame. It kind of turns into a messy room type of game where you're trying to get the bombs away from... I don't know. It's just such a fun minigame. Of course, the music ain't the best, but it's a good minigame, and it deserves the top 10 for me. Now, let's move on to number 5, which would go to... As you can see, number 5 is Bob-omb Breakers. This is such a good minigame. One of my favorite, I guess, minigame themes that they bring back in almost every Mario... It started in Mario Party 3 and it's still going today, and that is puzzle minigames. Mainly because I'm pretty good at the puzzle minigames. And even though this one isn't my favorite puzzle minigame that they've created, it's still a very good one, and of course it's still a fun one. Any puzzle minigame is fun, in my opinion. This one has not come back yet, and it's not going to come back in Superstars either. The only thing it has come back in was the Mario Party DS, and that's because Mario Party DS brought back Mario Party's 3 to 8's puzzle minigames. So, I mean, okay. At least they came back in something, but no, it's not coming back in Superstars. But it's a puzzle minigame. Of course it's going to be a lot of fun. And it makes, I guess, the higher portion of this list. Well, not really. It's more of the middle portion of this list. But you get what I'm saying. It's a fun minigame. And it's just, yeah. It's fun. It's one of my favorites. And it makes top 10 for me. But what's the worst part about this minigame? Probably the music. But even then, it's still a fun minigame, and the music ain't that bad. So yeah, I guess we can move on to number 4, which would go to... So here at number 4 is Photo Finish. I think that's what it's called. I honestly don't remember what this minigame is called. It doesn't say. Okay, well, you know. Think it's called Photo Finish? I don't remember. Whatever it is. Remember at number 5 where I was just talking about how I love puzzle minigames. But what do you know? This is actually a puzzle minigame. It's short, but it's sweet. There's just something about this minigame that's so fun. Sadly, this one hasn't come back at all in the two, I guess, all-star Mario parties. But you know what? Eventually it'll come back, probably. I don't know, it's such a fun minigame. Like I said, this is another one of those minigames that I find playing all the time, kind of like Mr. Blizzards Brigade, but this one is even more satisfying. It's just so fun putting a puzzle piece together. Yes, this is probably my favorite, I guess, puzzle put-together minigames. I mean, there's been others in the future or past, but this one is just so much fun. I don't know what it is. Creating things that move, creating an actual, like, moving picture, and then the character jumps into it at the end is always fun to see. I don't know. It's a fun minigame, and of course the music is fun as well. Now, we are going to move on to number 3, which is... Gasp! Booksquirm is not number 1 for me. I know, it's so hard to believe. Remember, in Mario Kart DS, where I talked about Waluigi Pinball and how everyone says that's their favorite track and blah 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 blah? Well, the same thing can go here with Booksquirm. Every single YouTuber I watch says Booksquirm is the best minigame ever. I mean, that's fine. People can have their own opinions, but like Waluigi Pinball, if there's going to be a minigame that's going to be talked about to death, like, seriously, they don't talk about how awesome some of the other minigames are. All they talk about is Booksquirm and how it should be in literally every Mario Party game. And it is in every Mario Party game. It's in Mario Party 4, it came back in Mario Party Top 100, it's coming back in Mario Party Superstars as well, so it's in the original and the 2 remakes, so it is in technically every Mario Party game that involves remakes, or just, of course, the original. So, why is this such a beloved minigame by many? Well, you're running on a book trying to go in shapes so you don't get smashed. That's the main gimmick of the minigame. And apparently everybody loves it. Don't get me wrong, I love Booksquirm. It's a good minigame. But better than the other 2 minigames that I'm going to talk about later? I don't think so. Unlike Waluigi Pinball, though, I honestly really do like Booksquirm. It is an awesome minigame. Mainly because the song isn't annoying, and I don't feel like there's, like, better options. Yes, there is better options, but this is another good minigame. For Waluigi Pinball, I'm like, this was a 2005 track. Then you have 2018 tracks that people still don't like. 15, whoops. Like, frickin' people like Waluigi Pinball better than Big Blue or Mute City. It's like, those stages are, like, phenomenal, and Waluigi Pinball is just kind of a meh type of stage. But I understand why people like both Waluigi Pinball and Booksquirm, but, well, not really Waluigi Pinball, but I can for Booksquirm. At least, it's not referencing a character to be a big meme and all that stuff. Because Waluigi is a huge meme, which is why I don't play as him a lot, because he gets very old after a while, and out of the 6 main Mario characters, Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, or Waluigi would be my least favorite. Why? Gee, I bet you can't guess why. He's a really big meme. He is everywhere. So, how does this have to do with Booksquirm? I don't know. I think it's because people like both Waluigi Pinball and Booksquirm, so they both end up being, I guess, the best of the best. Like, seriously, there's people who've, like, ranked all minigames from Mario Party 4, or ranked all the minigames, or the top 10 best minigames. Booksquirm is always on the top. And it's no, not number 3, not number 4, it's always number 1. So yeah, like Waluigi Pinball, this stage can get old after a while because, it's talked about to death. The difference is that I have more patience for Booksquirm than I do for Waluigi Pinball. Because Booksquirm is really a good minigame. It's original, I like it. Waluigi Pinball just feels like another generic track, which I could literally play miles better in other tracks, even from the same game. So yeah, Booksquirm, it is not number 1 for me, so I'm sure I'm gonna have at least 50 million dislikes now because it's not number 1, I know. I'm a horrible person because I didn't put Booksquirm at number 1. It's everyone's favorite minigame, it's the must-be, it should be in every Mario Party, and everybody should like it no matter what. Well, I'm sorry, it's not my favorite, okay? I'm sorry if you were disappointed, if you're getting your hopes high because you're gonna say, oh, he's gonna have Booksquirm at number 1. Well, nope, Booksquirm ain't at number 1. So, yeah, it's number 3. It's not quite number 1. With that out of the way, let's move on to number 2, which would go to... Of course, I have to add Dungeon Duos on the list. It's such a classic minigame. Nowadays, the Bowser or Bowser Jr. games are either too easy or they're too hard. This minigame, not really considered a Bowser minigame, but if you think about it, it's more of a castle-y, Bowser-y type of level, I guess. And it's done perfectly. The difficulty is perfect. It's not too easy and it's not too hard, like the modern Mario parties are. It's done perfectly. I love how it's like an actual obstacle course. You have to push down these wall-like thingies. Then you have to travel on these really skinny platforms, which it's my brother's least favorite part. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Because it's a little hard, and yeah, it's the hardest. It's probably the hardest, mainly because the computers can be a little stupid. But if you think about it, it's actually not that hard. And then after that, you have to go down some pipes and find your way to a hot air balloon where you can actually, where you blow up the hot air balloon, and yeah, you get what I'm saying I think you get where this is going. It is a good minigame. It's definitely the best 2v2 minigame. And it's just so much fun. It's like an obstacle course, but you're working together, like. And what's really cool is that this minigame is actually coming back in Mario Party Superstars, so that is awesome. It didn't come back in Top 100, but at least it's come back in Superstars. So, this is number 2, and now, let's move on to my favorite minigame from Mario Party 4, which would go to... You know what? It's a shame that this minigame isn't talked about enough, because everyone is so focused on Booksquirm and how godly that minigame is. It's good, but it's not that good. I'd say Stamp Out is the best minigame in Mario Party 4. I love minigames with colors in it, like main colors like this. I don't know why. They just seem like the best minigames. This is no exception. It's a fun minigame. Who remembers that game Paper I.O. 2? Or just Paper I.O.? This is literally Paper I.O., sort of, in a Mario Party game. Just, wow, this one is phenomenal. Phenomenal. And it's a shame that it's not talked about a lot like Booksquirm is. But I'm sure people like this minigame, it's just that they're too focused on Booksquirm and how awesome that minigame is. Stamp Out is just such a fun and unique minigame that isn't talked about to death. Every time we play Mario Party 4, I always play Stamp Out no matter what. It's a perfect minigame, and it's too bad that it has not come back in Top 100 or even Superstars yet. Eventually, in the next, I guess, 100 minigames, it might come back. But for now, it's not coming back. Sadly. So it's still just only in Mario Party 4. But this is a fun minigame, and in my opinion, it is the best minigame from Mario Party 4. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. This is the last, I guess, Mario Party 4 video, top 10-wise, only for when you hear music, but there's only one music in Mario Party 4 that I generally like, so it would be hard to do that. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you all next time, whenever that will be. So, probably Sunday, so I'll see you then. Bye!